There are some who believe that the president, having won the election, should have complete authority to appoint his nominee, and the Senate should only examine whether or not the justice is intellectually capable and an all-around good guy. That once you get beyond intellect and personal character, there should be no further questions as to whether the judge should be confirmed. I disagree with this view.
Of course you do. You don't now, you did then. Welcome to Give Me Five. Folks, earlier in the show, we talked about the fact that the president who filibustered Samuel Alito in '06 asked about it yesterday at a press conference, danced around it. Today, the White House says he regrets it. Yeah, my foot, he regrets it. And listen to this guy back in '06. The nerve of him. Orrin Hatch wouldn't call him a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. He's a liar. He's deceitful. Should I go on? Well, let him go on.
I believe firmly that the Constitution calls for the Senate to advise and consent. I believe that it calls for meaningful advice and consent that includes an examination of a judge's philosophy, ideology, and record. And when I examine the philosophy, ideology, and record of Samuel Alito, I am deeply troubled.
Yeah, I'm deeply troubled too, by you, sir. This guy then stands up there yesterday, of course, and, you know, who couldn't look at Elena Kagan? Who couldn't look at Sonia Sotomayor and be deeply troubled by their philosophy? But the Republicans, for whatever reason, held their nose and voted yes, because the Republicans aren't, unfortunately, as radical as this man is. You're looking at how he acted as a U.S. Senator, and now he has the nerve to stand there and scold U.S. Senators for wanting to do the same thing worse than he did. He filibustered a nominee, a qualified nominee, in his own words. The man knows no shame. Here's more.
I have no doubt that Judge Alito has the training and qualifications necessary to serve. It's been already stated, he has received the highest rating from the ABA. He's an intelligent man and an accomplished jurist. There's no indication that he's not a man of fine character. But when you look at his record, when it comes to his understanding of the Constitution, I found that in almost every case, he consistently sides on behalf of the powerful against the powerless, on behalf of a strong government or corporation against upholding Americans' individual rights and liberties.
The powerful against the powerless. This is a man who said in a Supreme Court nominee, he looks for empathy. Screw the Constitution, which he has called a flawed document. He wants empathy in his Supreme Court justices. This is what we're up against, folks. This is the man who wants to tip the balance of the Supreme Court for the next 40 years? Hell no! More.
When it comes to how checks and balances in our system are supposed to operate, the balance of power between the executive branch, Congress, and the judiciary, Judge Alito consistently sides with the notion that a president should not be constrained by either congressional acts or the check of the judiciary. He believes in the overarching power of the president to engage in whatever policies the president deems to be appropriate.
Do you see the sick, twisted irony there? He wouldn't vote for Alito in part because he believes that the president has too much power. Whatever the president wants. He doesn't believe in separation of powers. He's saying that? He went on to become the president who abused the Constitution, abused his powers, breaks the law. Irony is an amazing thing. Irony is an amazing thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Grassley, Mitch McConnell, and the rest of you, you better not give this man 1 inch, one opening, one opportunity to appoint his radical leftist, self-image to that court.